Test 15. Rewrite the following 10 sentences, correcting any spelling mistakes you find. 1. The teacher gave a talk about the importance of respect. We'll start by removing any of the words we recognise are correctly spelled. Starting at the beginning of the sentence, the word the is correct. Gave is also correct, and a. Then further in the sentence, about and the, and towards the end of the sentence, of, are all spelt correctly. This leaves teacher, talk, importance and respect. At the end of the sentence, respect is correctly spelt, re and spect, like this. Importance is also correct, im, port, ance. Don't confuse the M for the letter N, as some people often do. This word is correct. At the beginning of the sentence, the word teacher is also correct. The T sound here, and the E made with E and A together, then Ch and all go together to make this the correct spelling. Talk in the middle of the sentence, however, is incorrect. You might look at the letters and think that they sound out correctly, T or K, but in actual fact, this word is spelt T, A, L and then K. The or sound in talk is made with the A and the L together. This is a tricky word because it's not spelt the way you might pronounce it, so it's one of the words you might have to learn by sight. We can now insert this correct word back into the sentence. The teacher gave a talk about the importance of respect. 2. The author received many replies to her question. Again, we'll remove the words we can tell are correct. The at the beginning of the sentence, many, to and her are all clearly correct. Author at the beginning of the sentence is correct. Or made with A and U, then th and or make this the correct spelling. Received is also correct. The E and the I in this word make the E sound, and they're often confused with I and E. But here we have R-E-C-E-I-V-E-D being the correct spelling. At the end of the sentence, the word question is also correct. The qu sound here, then S and shun being made with T-I-O-N. This just leaves replies. We have the spelling R, E, P, L, Y and S, and you might think that this is correct. However, it's the ending of this word which is wrong. To pluralise reply, we should end with I-E-S. So instead of the letter Y and then an S, we should instead have I, E and S like this. This is the correct spelling of replies, and we should now put this into the sentence. The author received many replies to her question. 3. The couple wandered slowly through the town streets. In this sentence, you might immediately discover that the word which is spelt wrongly is the third word, wandered. When we go somewhere slowly, we don't wander, we wander, and therefore all the other words can be discounted, as this is the word which is spelt incorrectly. We need to think about the beginning of the word. Instead of wonder with an O, we should have wander with an A. Then adding the ed at the end makes this word become wandered. We can now insert the correct version of this word into the sentence. The couple wandered slowly through the town's streets. Remember to read the sentence very carefully, looking closely at each word. In this case, we spotted the incorrect word straight away, as we read out the sentence clearly and slowly. Wandered is turned into wandered to make the sentence correct. 4. It's very warm in here. Shall I open the window? Asked Jane. Once again, you might spot the word immediately which needs to be changed here. If you've not spotted it, we can remove all the words which are spelt correctly. It's, very, in and here are all correct. Shall, I, open, the and window are also correct. Asked and Jane are also spelt correctly. This leaves this word, and although when I read the sentence I pronounced it warm, this word is actually worm. Therefore we need to change one of the letters to make the spelling correct. Warm should be spelt A-R, not O-R. The OR sound in warm is made with the A and the R. So now we have the correct version of the word and we should insert this back into the sentence. "It's very warm in here. Shall I open the window?" asked Jane. 5. You must be very careful not to break the precious vase. If we remove the words we can see are correctly spelt, starting with the first word in the sentence, you, must, be, and very are all spelt correctly. Careful, a combination of care and full with one L only, is the correct spelling of this word. Not and to are also correct, and the word the is also spelt correctly. This leaves break, precious, and vase. At the end of the sentence, vase is correctly spelt. Precious, pre, with shus made with the C-I-O-U-S, is the correct spelling. This just leaves the word break. We're given the letters B, R, A, K, and E, and this is the correct spelling of one version of the word break. This version of the word is to do with braking. For example, on a bicycle or a car, you might apply the brakes. However, the version we need, the homophone of this word, is the word we use when we have broken something. So the break that we need is spelt B, R, E, A, and K. This is the correct spelling of the version of the word we require in the sentence, because we're talking about not breaking a precious vase. So now we have the correct spelling, we can insert it into the sentence. You must be careful not to break the precious vase. 6. The bus arrived 2.5 hours late, so we were delayed. Once again, let's remove the words we know are correct. The and bus are spelt correctly. Arrived is arrive with a D at the end and is spelt correctly too. The next 4 words, to, and, a, half, are also correctly spelt. Late is correct, and is correct. So, we, and were are also correct. This leaves hours and delayed. Delayed is the word delay with an ed ending, and this is also spelt correctly. This just leaves the word hours. O-U-R-S does spell the word hours, but this is the word that we would use if we were talking about something which belonged to us. This is ours. The version we need has a silent letter at the beginning, the letter H, like this. We pronounce it exactly the same, ours, but it has the H at the beginning here. Now we have the correct spelling of the word hours, and we can insert this into the sentence. 7. We won't hear the music from here unless it's quite loud. We'll start again by removing all the words we can see which are correct. We is correct, won't is correct, hear is correct, the is correct, music with the mu sound here is correct, from is correct, here is correct, unless, un with the word less is correct, its is correctly spelt, and loud at the end of the sentence is correct. This just leaves the word quite, but in actual fact you can see that the spelling of the word we are given is not quite, it is quiet, and this does not fit in the sentence. We won't hear the music from here unless it's quiet, loud. The spelling of the word we need also begins with a QU, but then instead of I-E-T, it should be I-T-E, like this, to spell quite. We can now insert this into the sentence to make it correct. We won't hear the music from here unless it's quite loud. 8. Jim fell off his skateboard and badly bruised his knee. Let's remove the words we can see are correct. Jim at the beginning of the sentence, J-I-M, is spelt correctly. The word fell is also correct. Off is correct, and his is also correct. Further on in the sentence, and, badly, and his are also correctly spelt. This leaves skateboard, bruised, and knee. Skateboard is a compound word made of the two words skate and board. Both are spelt correctly, so this word is correct too. Bruised is also correct. We have the br sound, and the oo sound in bruised is made with the u and the I. Then S-E-D completes the word correctly. This leaves the word knee. You can see we have the n and double E making an E sound, but there should be a silent letter at the beginning of the word knee in order to spell it correctly. The silent letter is the letter K. This is the correct spelling of the word knee, and we should insert this back into the sentence. It should now look like this. Jim fell off his skateboard and badly bruised his knee. 9. Katie's brother is 4 years older than her. Let's remove the words we recognise. Starting at the beginning of the sentence, Katie's is correct. Is correct. This is the correct spelling for 4 here because we're talking about a number. Years is also correct. Older, old with is correct. Than is also correct, and her is also spelt correctly. This leaves the word brother. We have B, R, U, T, H, E and R, and you might think this is correct. Br, the. However, the U in this spelling is incorrect. It should in fact be the letter O, like this. This is another one of the words in our language which is spelt differently to the way you might pronounce it. If we pronounced it the way it's spelt, we might say brother, but in actual fact we would say brother instead. Now we have the correct spelling, we can insert it back into the sentence. Katie's brother is 4 years older than her. 10. My favourite television programme starts in 20 minutes. Let's remove the words we recognise. My is spelt correctly. Starts is correct, st with r and then s at the end. In is correct. 20 is also correct, and minutes with this silent u is also correct. This leaves favourite, television and programme. Favourite is correct. Fave with our and ite might not look correct, but this is the right spelling of this word. Programme is also correct. Note the double M at the end of this word. This leaves television. We're given the spelling T-E-L-L-Y, V-I-S-I-O-N. Vision at the end here, and telly at the beginning, T-E-L-L-Y. You might think that this should be correct, but telly is a prefix, and telly is spelt T-E-L-E. This is a prefix to do with communication, and it's always spelt this way. If we then insert the vision part of the word at the end, like this, which is correct, we've got the right spelling of television now, and we can put it back into the sentence. Like this. My favourite television programme starts in 20 minutes. Here are the 10 correct answers for the spelling questions. Check your answers carefully. If you've made any mistakes, go back and correct them. If you got them all right, well done. You can move on now and try Test 16.